Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Nvidia, AMD, Tesla, and MU. We file the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, they're free, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders, looking for a new broker? Check out venomtrading.com/promo/StockBookie. Been using these guys for years, best in the business. Check these guys out, venomtrading.com. You won't be disappointed. All right, let's get into Nvidia daily chart. $4.30 up, 1.95% green, and 16 million on the day. 84 cents down after hours. No great share. Actually, it might have switched a little bit. It is closed. Market's closed after hours. But anyways, so we're down on a daily sideways. We've talked about this down inside bar. If it consolidates at the lower range, we'll most likely be setting up for more downside. I'd still like to see one more retrace back up to these highs and then the next leg down. But markets are looking weak. Every time we get to catch a little bid, there's more selling pressure into these markets, especially into names like the Nvidias, the Googles, the Amazons, the Facebooks, the Netflixes, all the tech. They get a little bid, they get squashed, and they keep going down. This ended up being up $4.30, so it wasn't too bad on the day. But anyways, we're still above the trend line here. We're still above this pivot as well at 222.48, so it's still okay. But again, bottom range consolidation, this will usually lead to lower prices. If we do get back above, let's say the 235 area, and then these two MAs, the 20 and the 50, and recapture the 750 retrace at the 241.71 area, then most likely higher prices. There's a lot of resistance going up. We'll have to see how that works, but I'm still thinking we get a little more retrace up into this area here, the 240, and then the next wave down. So again, everything's a market trade, so watch the SPY, the IWM, the Qs. Those go up, these will go up. Those go down, stocks like this will go down, unless, you know, earnings are coming up. You get earnings news, something like that. So Nvidia, guys, still okay, still above the 200, back below here, so it's a somewhat, it's a bearish bullish stance. It's right in the middle. You are above the 618 here, just consolidating and possibly setting up for lower prices. As long as we're above this trend line, we're okay. We start getting below again and start slipping, then we are definitely going down to the 200 moving average. All right, let's look at AMD. AMD, 2 cents up, a little bit down after hours, 54 million on the day. And here we go, guys. We talked about the 991, all right? We talked about if this thing goes sideways, it starts cracking. Next level was the 943, which is going here, this little pivot right here in this area. Well, I zoomed out a little bit too much. Let's go right there. So we're in this little pivot here. We talked about that. We got the bounce off the 943 area. Next area, if the markets continue selling, guys, we will fill this gap and we will be down to this pivot. I'm going to bring this down. Right about 826. So we have the gap fill, gap window. I'm not going to put that in there. Next big area is 865, and then the $9 even number. But man, you know, if this area does not hold, and we've been talking as this thing can coming down, if this does not hold, we will be going lower. Period. Volume's okay. Let's zoom in again. So there, that was your levels. The gap fills at 865. $9 is going to be normal support as it is. Then we get down right 931 was the lower. So we got this area, and the next one will be the 865 and then the 826. It's holding. Looks like it's holding here pretty good. But if we get below this line, this 943, and close, and markets start dumping, I'm telling you, $8 stock. You know, and I'm going to wait for a little bit lower prices, guys. Looking more at the weekly chart. Weekly 200 MA is right at 650, 652. That might curl up to about $7. But I love this area here around the 8, and I love this area here right around the 673, the 652, if we continue falling. And guys, weekly chart close is going to be real important. We got to hold this 943 level if you're a bull in AMD. If you're trying to pick off these bottoms, let it come a little lower. If you miss it, let it go up. When it gets up back in here, we'll short it again. Look at this. Up, kind of down, retrace, short, retrace, short, retrace, short. And then that might lead us down if we don't make this time now. Can't wait to go long, guys. I want to be a bull. I want to buy and just do nothing for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But these markets are tough. Let's see what happens. We're at the lower range again. The lower range. This is the first low range here. So that's got to hold. If not, 865 is coming. Well, $9 and then 865, 850 area. And then if this there doesn't hold, I'm telling you, $7, 650. So far so good. We called Tesla. The next one we're looking at pretty damn good off of a head and shoulder top. Not really a top. Let's go into Tesla. AMD, that's it. We got to see more. Here's your head and shoulder. Came in. Look at this. Nice retrace. Never made it across the shoulder. Boom, straight down. Hit the targets. How long, if you watch my videos, how long were we talking about this area, guys? We've been talking this area, gosh, probably for 2-3 months. I'll be a buyer when it comes down here. So gets down there, 240. Didn't get down to the, I would have loved 243.15, but we got the bounce. Now the markets have to catch a bid, bulls. If you were lucky enough to get it down here, but I'm sure everyone's buying dip, buying a dip, buying a dip, buying a dip, buying a dip, and then margin call, margin call, margin call. They get out of this thing. Then new money possibly comes in. We'll have to see. Bottom line, guys, we got to get over this 277.50 and the 279.31. I'm going to say 280. We need to get above 280 and a close. I don't know if well, I guess you could go. I mean, we were up $15. Yeah, why not? Another 15 will be right above the 280. We got to get above 280 if you want this thing to go higher. And markets dump again. This thing continues sideways again in this lower range. Guess what, guys? I don't even know. Oh man, 211, 226. I mean, I love the 180 area. 200 is going to be a big area. Let's go to the weekly. Is there a moving average? Yeah, we hit the 200 MA. I talked about it. 200 MA. This was the big area, and I'm telling you, if we don't bounce and this thing stays down here, we're going right here. And if the markets go, Tesla's going to $139. Oh man, you know, and y'all laughed when I said 250, 240s. And guess what? Here we are. So just be careful, especially if this thing starts to slide. I want to do a fib though. I want to do a fib from this level. I didn't even think we'd get down here this fast. Yeah, look at that. Recapture the 618 too. That's a pretty good sign, guys. Recapture the 618, but again, market trade. If the markets sell, this will continue going down. If the markets stay light volume, catch a bid, this will grind higher, and they'll probably spread more news. Elon will tweet, all that good stuff. He needs the stock to be more expensive, guys. He has to have more liquid cash. He's running out of cash. So, but ultimately, 232.37 is the 750 retrace. And then I do like this pivot here around a 210. And of course, the 200 even number. Ultimately, 180.41 if the markets completely give it up. And if we're tanking, you're going to see 142.46 on this one. So we'll have to see. Head and shoulder played out great. We called that. We called that when it was right about here. If this thing goes up one more time, retraces comes in, look out. But volume was okay. Let's go back to the daily. Volume was okay today. I mean, it's holding there pretty steady. And I'm surprised. You know, we had a good little reverse, little tails coming out here, telling us possibly higher prices. Gosh, if it retraces, this is where I'm looking at. It's got to get over to 303.70, get back above the MAs. And I still think it will retrace into this area, maybe. And then in the market sell, it's going to go right back down. So Tesla bulls, just be careful in this one. Dang, I was telling everybody, even 300, 310, 320, get rid of this thing, get rid of this thing. And I know it went to almost 380, 390, whatever, but look where it's at now. So even if you sold months ago and you were patient enough to wait, you're in the money now. You're buying cheaper. You're buying 50, 60 bucks less. But you know what can you do? Head and shoulder played out. Let's see where this thing goes. Consolidation in the low end range. This is usually setting up for lower prices. Needs to get back above 280, and then we'll talk about bullish pattern and if this thing can get a little more upward action on Tesla. So guys, man, called it. And then you see it on the weekly chart too. That's telling you that's even bigger. When you got to really look at different time frames to try to find charts and stuff, it's like, well, is that a head and shoulder? Damn right it is. And look at that, played out. That was their target, and it even played out to where I wanted to go long right in here. All right, MU guys, make this one quick. MU pulled back really nice here. We covered half of our trade in MU. And let's see if we go sideways on the weekly for a couple more weeks, we'll be setting up for lower prices, guys. If we retrace back up, I will be adding more shorts. Pretty simple, guys. It's a high flyer, still extended from the 20, even on the weekly. Price target's right around 46.59. If the markets start dumping, then it'll be around 40 bucks on MU. Everything's a market trade, guys. Markets go up for the next week, all these will go up. These retrace, I'll be doing something short here. I got to see some follow through before I would jump on long or buy some calls to hedge against my my short shares position. But again, we covered half right here yesterday. Yesterday it was. And let's see what happened. I hope we get the retrace. I'm going to reload and do it again. So MU, guys, still a little bit weak. Came off this inside bar bearish pattern, fell into here, filled the gap, got into this big red candle where it started breaking out. You're going to have great support there with the 5-0 retrace from this high to this low. That's your fib level. This high, this low gives you all the fibs. You have some longer ones in here, but that's a longer, if you go back. Yeah, I have to go back on the weekly. That goes back on the weekly, down and a little bit higher on the high pivot and low pivot. But short term, 50% retrace. Let's see if we just continue going sideways. 20 MA curls in the price and start setting this down. 40 bucks would be my price target. First area though would be like this lower pivot around 46.18, and then just stair step it down. You got a gap fill. You got the 750, 382. And 200 MA right here with this trend line. So about 40 bucks would be the area if the markets dump. If the markets stay light volume buoyant, this will just kind of grind higher with everything else. And then watch it gap fills. You know, if this thing gets back to 59, 60 bucks, you can definitely short this one again. So, and if you want a tight stop, use the 63.34 with confirmation. That could be your stop, you know, double top, maybe 65, something like that. So, MU guys, nothing really wrong still. A little bit of a, let's go to the monthly real quick. Yeah, a little bit of a high flyer still, 33 bucks. Yeah, I mean, this could drop easily to 36 bucks easily, guys. Might take a couple months. Market sells. This will definitely be a $33 stock, maybe even lower. So watch out for the overall trade, guys. SPY, IWM, Qs, DIA, IYT, dump. Everything's going down unless something has news or earnings or something like that. It is a market trade, period. All right, guys, that's it for these four. Keep an eye on the SPY. Watch the volume. Let's see if we float into the jobs number. Maybe it gets quiet to see where these, you know, this market can possibly go. And then the following week will be options X, the real shark weeks. So don't forget about venomtrading.com. Check those guys out. Tell them StockBookie sent you. And then don't forget to like the video and subscribe at my YouTube channel, guys. Get there, subscribe. If you want me to look at some other charts, I will. Whatever you want me to do, let's get this done. Let's try to make money in these markets. And last couple weeks, we've been killing it with shorting calls. So, all right, guys, let's hopefully we get a retrace, reload on some shorts, and then take it from there. Again, thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.